Well, my son goes to have twice a week, obviously, about working.
Yeah.
But it's really strict. It's not like before they could just go and play. It's like they've got to sit at the desk.
Do you mind if I do sit down if you want, whatever?
So very welcome.
Yeah.
In the house
Well.
especially.
Yeah. So give me a bit of paper and pen, please.
I'm going to leave a phone for you.
Yeah, I'm obviously gonna. I was filmed like mad the other day, right? So I'm just filming this for my own and for accountability. So I keep myself emotions low when I know, right? Because I do podcasting here as well and stuff. Can I offer you a drink? We can.
No, thank you.
Sure, water, anything? Should be drinking water, man.
I mix coffee with water.
Mm.
Not sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, me too.
Right, I searched rigorously for you while I was with them, and I can't find you at the
Do you know what
I've spoken to Sue Brew, who does food premises.
Yeah.
What unit number were you in the market?
I wasn't. I was. What was I in the market? 49B, I believe. But
Were you retreat?
Retreat CBD, I still am. Yeah. But when we came here, we had a call. Well, I was in the market. I went through. I jumped through hoops for you with government stuff. I had a few meetings with the councilwoman. I can't remember her name now. Blonde lady, lovely girl.
Sue?
No.
Oh, food hygiene.
No, not food, because it was too small in the market. She was involved in the market, getting people in and out of there, so they knew about me. And then when I came in here, then we were doing takeaway coffee.
So you weren't doing food in there? So you
No, I mean we're not doing. We can
No,
do.
that's fine.
We sell. I'm a qualified fine dining chef. I was for 15 years.
Right.
So I mean I can do whatever food. I got a small kitchen which we can't afford to develop now. We spent 50,000 possibly on this to open 3 days afterwards. The lockdown started. The
When
three.
you say that, the first one, was it?
Oh yeah, right at the beginning.
Beginning,
Right at the
yeah.
beginning. We moved from the market here, took this premises over, spent all our investment on it, and then we're told by the government in lockdown that prove to us what money you're going to put into the community, and then we will double it. And we're like, well, we've already just done that, but you come. What, we too early or something? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know what the
So we had a little bit of funding, but I didn't really want the funding because I don't want to be reliable on government handouts. I never have been. You're talking to somebody that was in children's homes from a very young age, so I've been involved in you guys' system in terms of government agencies all my life, and I understand it's broken. I get that. But I am standing on common law. I know you mentioned the Magna Carta, Hayley. I'm not going to go down that route with you, right?
I want to, if that's what you're referring to.
Well, I am in a sense, but I won't baffle your brains with that because I am a massive study and a massive researcher of these things. My podcast will vouch for that and my following.
What's your podcast?
The Upper Shroom. I used to be a religious leader for 25 years and I tried all government help with mental health and I ended up in the jungles of the Amazon and used ayahuasca with the tribe and it changed my life.
Oh, really?
18 months ago, yes. So I then come back and open this up and I want to help people. We work with autistic kids. In fact, his dad's coming in a bit, Jacob's dad, Click and Collect. They've been using our oil for 18 months, huh?
Yeah.
Never spoke in his life for 8 years old, did he?
Yeah.
Now he's talking. You know, that's the people we work with, cancer patients. I got one patient, not mine, government patient, but uses my products since using ours.
You're not making any claims, though.
No, no. I'm giving you anecdote, yeah? I just said we're on government. I'm not making claims. I'm telling you who we work with here.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is you're making claims as well, Hale. So we're both making claims in a sense, but I'm giving you anecdotal stuff. What I'm saying is what my shop has eventually turned into. So when people come for coffee, they can't just come in half the time and go, thank you, bye, because a lot of them, during this lockdown, I've had women coming in. This is the truth, Harry, you vouch for this. About your age, yes, my age, I'm 47, you're about 40, yeah, give or take. But I've had about 3 women in the last few months when I just happened to pop in. I've heard this helps with young people and mental health. My son is suicidal during this lockdown. Can it help him? I said, well, it helped me. It may help him. It's subjective. That's up to you if you want to try that. But this is what I'm trying to say. I'm picking up those pieces. I'm trying to sell coffee. How do you tell a woman whose son is suicidal, please go? I can't have you in here to talk to me for 1 minute. But I can have 10 builders in here to work at the same time. I can go to a Super Bowl with 25,000 people. I can queue up for IKEA. I can show you video after video here, right? I'm not angry, I'm really cool about it, but it's just fascinating. Oh, can you lock the door, huh?
Sorry, we're not open.
Oh, we're not open, no, we're with them. No, sorry, dude. That might be in next week now. It's all paid for and delivered, so keep an eye on the Instagram, and if you want to take away coffee, we should be open again now soon. We're just sorting some ironing out some edges, right?
Alright.
Cheers, bro. Can you lock it, huh? Sorry, I didn't realise it was open. Turn the front lights off, look, so people...
What ventilation have you got in here?
There's no ventilation at the moment because we're not cooking in here.
Right. No, for COVID now, we should be trying to take the
Yeah, but hang on, we need to get to that in a second, okay? No, I understand, Hayley, that, you know, Harry, can you pass me those sheets of paper, please? Because I do need stuff in writing from you as well, Hayley.
And I'll email you guys. Sorry, can I check? What are you doing? Recording?
I'm recording myself. I'm recording myself here because I need to record myself for accountability. My face, Hayley, no one else's face. My face. No, well, I've been filmed. And at the end of the day, we got CCTV as well, so, you know, it's all...
And then people have posted stuff on social media, which I think is unnecessary, because obviously we're here to, give you advice.
I don't want advice, no, I'm not here to take advice. I'm here to understand. This is what I need to first. It's against the law and we will force entry, fine you and shut you down. That's what I've been told last week. You have to let me speak, right? Spoken threats are an offence under Section 1, Protection from Harassment Act 1997. No, please. No, and...
I wasn't being asked.
Oh, no, you weren't. No, in fairness, Reece was great with me before. He was fantastic. Saying regulations are in the law is misrepresentation under Section 2 Fraud Act 2006. So we need to know that these regulations, he's phoning me now, and not legislation, because it is a difference. And saying that they will shut you down is abuse. It's not, you can't will. You're actually being asked, must we? We must shut our businesses. No under legalese, the word must, because I will be tried in the court of law. Hopefully you've got the crime I'm committing, if I am. That legalese, the word must actually means, will you please close your business? If it said you will or shall close your business, then I have to close under law.
2 seconds.
So these are laws. I'll give you some of the copies now. So these are laws.
With us now.
But I don't know what you're asking me to do, because I don't wear a mask. I don't really, and you know, under the discrimination act, you can't ask me why. Any human being can be asked why they're not wearing a mask, because that is discrimination. I don't have to tell you why I'm not wearing a mask. I used to be a builder, right? I've done a lot of things. I had a building company until this happened, and they went bankrupt. Thanks for government for that. Honestly, didn't it? Three Cliffs Construction, it's about to go under now, but I've paid all my debts. I've made sure I've settled my affairs under common law, which I do. I've done no harm to anybody. Everybody's been paid, and I will shut the business quietly because I can't operate under these legislation and rules. So I've worn masks in building, and I can't because they make me pass out and ill. But I don't need to tell people. But I was told... The police come in and said, by training standards, was the training standards that told if you don't wear a mask, we can fine you? Well, that's not law. That's actually fraud to say that to a human being. Unless you have a law to say you can fine me in a court of law, because you'd have to take me to court for that. I wouldn't just roll over and pay a fine, Hayley. I'm not being argumentative, Hayley. I just need to, you're the first port of call. And unfortunately for you, you're representing the government, so
that's fine.
the state.
No, what the criteria is of the masks? So businesses can't challenge. When I say challenge, they can't ask for proof, like a medical document or something. So if you were a customer and I was the owner, I can't say, well, show me proof. You have to take that person's word. As an employer, for protection of your staff, there's a slightly different duty. You need to see and risk assess, because the class is vulnerable. So, for example, an employer shouldn't just take the word of a staff member. You've got a duty to check that they are exempt. Why can some other measures be put in place? Things like that. So that's what
I've got one member of staff, Harrison. I taught Harrison in Sunday school.
Yeah.
Harrison, how long have I known you? I used to babysit for Harrison.
What they mean is,
this is the thing. Nobody come in and asked any questions, Hayley. They rushed in here, the police did. They told everyone that you're under arrest. We had one girl here, right? Trace, isn't there? She's the most vulnerable human being. Honestly, you know her if I described her to you. She's around town. She's well known, right? She comes in here, used to, and cry with us, daily.
Right.
Every morning, but that she can't. But anyway, she was sitting here and she got coming, threat, you can't move, you're all under. And like, nobody asked any questions. There were 3 people waiting for a takeaway coffee, 2 people on the way out. I wasn't here, I was at home with my son.
I wasn't either, so
you know that, I told you the situation.
I'm told there was 6 people people in here sitting having coffee, which obviously under the
And can you just,
regulations
could you
are-
quote the crime that was being committed by those people though? Not the regulation, because you can't try us in a court of law unless a crime is being committed. So what crime was being committed? Not that I'm encouraging people to sit in my shop, I wasn't
Hold
here.
on, 2 seconds.
We are a
What
takeaway.
I'm concerned about you, right, obviously, as...
I'm not saying I'm doing or anything, I'm not saying I've done anything, I wasn't here.
I've come here today to give you advice, right? Now, I'm obviously conscious.
No, I was told by the police that you were coming here to fine us £10,000, weren't we?
No, right. what Reese has said, we have obviously got the...
I met Reese before, he knew we were takeaway, so I don't
What
know.
Reese has said, we have got the... we are able to do that, but...
Able to do what? No, you're able to try and serve, but I'd like it all... Can you serve me this in writing as well, is that alright?
What now?
If there's anything you need... You're not serving me anything today then, are you?
Right. We could, but what we want to do...
You could offer me it.
Yeah, we'd leave it and you can challenge it if you don't accept it.
Yeah, I wouldn't accept
But we'd rather not go down that route. You
Yeah,
seem like you want to cooperate.
I do,
So I come here today to give you advice, so to be honest, you don't need to do all that challenging.
No, but
I
the
just
only
want to
thing, the
come
only way I could protect myself after what happened the other day and my customers from having that shock, because you talk about vulnerable people, I can't divulge to you. It's like almost like, it's like, you go to a doctor and they tell you, I'm not a doctor, I'm not, right? But if somebody tells you something confidential about their private life, which I give you an example, 70-80% of my customers suffer with anxiety and seem to find benefit. So they're all vulnerable. Now, I don't need to ask them anything more than that because I've known them for years and I know they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
See what I get me? And I don't need to say, why don't you put a mask on? It makes me anxious. Also, it says on the box of those masks, the one you're wearing, the N90, this does not work for coronavirus. It actually says it in bold capital letters, which is odd, isn't it, that you wear. And the other thing, Hale...
surgical masks, as in they protect both ways, but they there as some form of protection from me spraying against
I
you.
get
So
why you
it's not
understand.
protecting me from you, it's more... It contains my spit and whatever.
I've got hay fever, right? I don't sneeze over people,
Yeah,
trust me.
yeah. But what I'm conscious of you, I'm more than happy to spend time with you, but obviously I have to protect you as well as you protect me. So what I want to be able to do is give you advice, have a look around, see what measures I think can help you in terms of COVID, and do that. If there's any challenges to be made, we can do that on the telephone, etc. While I'm not sitting.
Well, no, if there's any challenges, and it'll have to, it would have to be in writing, Hayley. Have to be signed by somebody as well, not just printed. I need a wet signature on whatever I get sent. I know, no, I'm just pen in your hand. Pen in your hand.
This is for me to leave you for food registration, and then I've got a post inspection form, which I would leave if I give you advice. If I say I recommend you do this, do that, I put it there, and then I got more comprehensive government advice, which I can email you then. But I'm obviously conscious. Really, just to give you advice. I don't know what advice you've had in terms of your products, but I'm not going to hang around.
Hayley, honest to goodness, right? I could turn you inside out to my products. The thing is, I said this to Reese before, what fascinates me with trading standards, he came in here and said, I actually could pick that packet up. I could tell you where the mycelium came from, the packers, the labels, how the plastic bag, please let me finish, all my CBD products. I can explain to you how your immune system works, how your tonsils are intrinsically connected to that, how my very good friend of mine who you've met from California is actually the leading mRNA vaccine scientist in California, and he's just been moved to Australia. I even could tell you how they work in your system if you want me to, but I won't if you'd like. So what I'm saying is, when somebody comes in here and tells me about wearing masks and stuff, about immunity, you're talking to somebody who is highly educated in your and my. Am I not, Harry?
Yeah.
Highly educated in immunity, on epigenetics, and how these plants are bioavailable, and I could talk to you all day, Hayley. I'd baffle your brains. It's passionate because it's changed my life, Hayley. It saved me. I was suicidal 3 years ago, and it changed my life, right? That's the truth. All my people know I talk a lot about it. I help people in that field if I can. That's what I'm trying to do, man. And unfortunately for me, do you class that as non-essential then? As a trading standards, what I just told you I do, is that non-essential?
Is there any food here?
There's brown rice in my mushrooms. All them are mushrooms. They are edible, medicinal and gourmet mushrooms, like shiitake you could buy from Sainsbury's, but it's actually much more better for you.
Non-essential.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm just asking you, what I just told you, is that deemed non-essential?
Well, I'd have to look. That's why I was asking if this was. So I'd have to see what
No, I mean in terms of what I do with, what people talk to me about and what they say it's helping them with, is that non-essential even though they are saying that's helping them?
Oh, yeah.
Forget about food. Let's say I wasn't selling food and it was just oil.
To be essential when
Yeah, but how, can I ask you why alcohol is essential? Your trading standards now, I need advice from you.
Yeah,
But come on, your trading standards, Hale. You should know why alcohol is essential and then legal cannabis medicine isn't. Yet the government is the number one leading exporter on planet Earth. But the government sells it as a medicine. Theresa May's husband is the biggest exporter on planet Earth and always has been.
But some, it depends on what remit they come into.
What about this?
Some will be
Yeah.
food, some will
Well,
be
mine are medicinal mushrooms. Holland and Barrett sell it. Can I stay open because they can? They're essential. I sell almost exactly the same as them, just on a smaller scale.
Right. Well, at the
Holland and Barrett are essential, Hayley.
Yeah, but because of what they sell, so they'd have to take the non-essential off.
No, they don't, do they? My customers of mine work there because they buy off me because it's better quality.
Look around just to see what.
Yeah.
Basically, in terms of general food, you've got.
We sell. We usually have cakes. We have cakes to take away.
Right,
We have a soup to take away in. But obviously, it's been a bit difficult to make them at the moment because we keep throwing them away.
Well, they're made off-site then, I see.
Yeah, we buy them off certain companies. Yeah, and I'm a chef as well and stuff like that. So I'll be getting my food hygiene. We haven't got what?
You don't have cooking facilities here.
We will be when we can afford. The private staff only has a kitchen there and there's a staff toilet there. But we're not going to be sitting in here. It's just takeaway. It'll just be purely takeaway food.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's no sitting in. But the chairs are in here. We put the tables outside normally. People can sit, come and go. But obviously, we've been told not to do that at the moment. We were told initially to do it, offered grants to do it, and then had them revoked when the rules are changing by yourselves.
It's takeaway only, and then click and collect for non-essential. So like for clothes, Lush, for example, it's all click and collect. So you've got all pre-order, come in and collect it.
Same as us, and we've got to go out and deliver them. We had to deliver during this lockdown with a little baby. He was born just before. Yeah, we had to go out with him.
He's coming up to a nearly
14 months old he is now. And he's got his special needs as well, so he was demanding us to come down the other day with all that going on. It's online, but the problem is the government and this is the truth, they keep making us jump through hoops, and they keep,
That's the food inspection.
and they keep,
Online if you prefer,
yeah, look at that after, I won't touch her, have a look. Yeah, you can get it online, but our payment gateway was taken down because of the way that the internet's set up in the UK around cannabis by government loopholes, so, you can order, but you can't purchase because our payment gateway needs about $5,000 to be put back up.
Oh, that's fine. They can pay here as long as they're ordering, coming in, paying, and then going. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how long? I know. Look, I understand these are your rules, mind. I'm not obviously. You understand. I am standing there. You must have come across this Magna Carta stuff before, Hayley. So I know at base that's where I am. And I come from a family connected with laws.
To be honest, hopefully this isn't going to be, going on for much longer.
Well, it is. It's just said years. I've seen in the paper today the government reckon they're going to try and put this. Do you know what's funny though? If you Google and write to the NHS and say how many people in Bridgend died between January 2020 and December 2021, do you know what it says? 8 on your websites. 8. Do you know what's really interesting? Hey, do you know what's interesting? Flu, about 120,000 a year die of flu, right? COVID, 120,000 apparently have died this year of COVID. But the flu's gone. Do you know how many people have died of flu this year? 4.
Well, funny enough,
4.
I said to my colleague, I don't know anybody's had a cold this winter.
I have. I've had a couple. And my family have. I haven't had a COVID. I've had a couple.
Because we saw like this now.
Well, no, I'm not. See, I think that's genetic sequencing. I keep myself clean. I'm a clean man. Yeah. But I also let my baby roll around in the mud. That's what we did when we were growing up, baby.
I leave my son pick a chip back, but obviously I'm an officer. I have to.
Look, I tell you, you've got to follow stuff. I get that, but I don't. And you even look at you look at people who are from this country. They get sicker here. Do you know why? The genetic sequencing set up for places like India, where they're from. It's where their immune system was programmed. Do you know when a baby's born, Hayley? 8 to the power of 10, right? This virus is in his pool till he's 6 months old. He doesn't have an immune system. the immune system becomes active after 6 months, so therefore proving we don't have a relationship with 8 to 10 of the viruses in our systems. Did you know that? They pass through you. They're there to keep you alive. You contain the virus. You don't catch a virus. You have viral download and you produce it from in, and the snot is... Well, hopefully that they won't make an immune system a conspiracy theory.
No, you've got to... And I don't understand.
Tonsils are what is your vaccine. They tell you what's coming in. They're connected. You've got 3 nodes and they collect stuff and tell you what's going on. And I can talk about this stuff and you can fact check me all day. It's true, you know. So that's why people come to me. It's not just about medicine. Half people don't buy hard, do they? It's got to go on here. Well, I'm sort of, people are texting me, I've got to drop some stuff off on the way home. I do a lot on my Instagram. I'd be doing a live shop. But also, I'd like to keep my presence going in the community as best I can. And Reese informed me, plus a police mind, said if you put that, it was on the floor of the coffee machine, if you put it in, sorry, I'm a bit handsy when I talk, if you put that coffee machine in, they said back in April, you can operate fine. I said, yeah, fine, no worries. We had it put in, we operated, we even offered police coffee. Going past, I was waving, complimenting the policewoman on their lovely haircuts during all the...
Well, I'm not.
No, my wife isn't either, but policewomen were having their hair done. I was complimenting them and I know they were getting it done.
Yeah, you're perfectly fine to have that, and if any of that is food that can be soaked.
Yeah, we sell like chocolates and stuff like that, like.
All I would do, right, you just need to make sure you've got some systems.
So, you know, according to you, like if I got... This thing is a press machine, right? It's like an old-fashioned Italian press machine, right? So, you know, it takes, like Harry had 5 coffees, 2 were on the way out, 3 were waiting, and obviously we got plenty of room for distancing for 3, right? So, you know, when we get them in, what's the score? I can have 10 builders working in here, I've been told by police and everything, but how many are allowed?
If builders, I mean 10, they wouldn't be socially distanced, so...
No, but even then, but the other police, I've got it recorded, they told me that was okay. We said, so I can have 10 guys in your work, and then you can. I've been on a building site since.
Yeah, I mean, builders have got their own...
Why have they got their own? Why have they got their own?
If they know something...
But we're still involved with the public.
Yeah, but what they do, each industry...
Yeah, but I do look at the
government. They tailor the guidance to suit that, and they... So, I mean, you know, you've got close contact guidance for things like barbers and hairdressers. Well, they have to do things slightly differently to you, because they work in close proximity, you know. So, there's guidance to suit the industries. And yes... I assume if the ceiling was going to fall down, you might have a few more men in here, but they would have procedures on social distancing.
I mean, I'm a builder, I do it all myself. But I have had boys in here to help me, Hayley. I mean, there's a shop upstairs as well where I don't know what she's doing.
So what do we do?
She comes in to do her stuff, she does. Oh, if you can put it in writing and send it to me, I like to want emails. I'd just rather have it posted, to be honest.
Yeah, Robin, and I can leave it home today. Yeah, you need to have a sign at the entrance to promote the wearing a face covering.
I won't do that. It's not law.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. If you look at the if you look at the Discrimination Act, to ask somebody to wear a uniform to come into a shop, I will finish it. I've read it. If you read it. Discrimination Act 2017-18. Yeah. If you ask somebody to wear any uniform to come in your shop, it's breaking the Discrimination Act. When you look at the description of uniform, a mask comes under that. So if I ask somebody to wear a mask, I've been told, I could send you a video of a woman explaining how I can get sued, Adrian can get sued for telling somebody. And I wouldn't never encourage somebody to imbibe and stop their immune system, Hayley. No, it's bad for you, love. Honestly, sorry, not love. That's a horrible thing to say. Hayley, it's awful for you.
If you're not happy with obviously I can only tell you the regulations I'm enforcing.
Yeah, what about the law? You can't enforce something without law, Hayley.
But regulations are law.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You know, that's gross negligence. I could take you to a court for that, mind. It's gross negligence to not know the difference between law and regulations. I promise you it is. And you, I'm not. Yeah, but you won't. But the Nazi said I'm only following orders without looking.
No,
you've got to look as well.
It's obviously all the different forms.
Yeah, but you've got to know the difference between regulations.
Yeah, I know all the different.
So you're saying regulations are law?
Well, it's what we follow.
But are you saying they're law? Regulations are law? Is that what you're saying?
The regulations have been brought into...
Are they law?
I'd have to double check.
They're not, Hayley, I promise you. Otherwise, I don't want to get prosecuted, and I know I can't because they're not law. You could try and I'd have to fight it, but I don't want to fight you.
No,
I don't want to fight you.
I'm going to give you the guidance, right?
You're being kind, like.
Yeah, the legislation says for a thing.
Yeah, but is it law?
It's in the regulations. I'm talking regulations.
Will you check this law for me though, Hayley?
Yeah, but it's
Thank
the
you.
regulations you brought in, and
The law hasn't been changed though, so you do need to check what you can enforce and what you can ask me to comply with. There's a difference.
So it's not like it's in the regulations have to be complied with. But
Yeah, as far as you're aware, not concerned, aware, because you don't know, you've got to look, you have to look about law. Please consult somebody who knows about legal, and because they'll tell you.
There's different forms.
Because my wife is a lawyer as well.
But all I'm going to
Well,
say,
she's retired now, thankfully.
Okay, if you want to challenge that higher, you have to.
I'm not challenging anything. I mean, I'm just saying you can. No, what I'm saying is, I'm asking you. No, I'm not. I'm asking you. Look, at the end, this is the thing. See, I've 47 years old, right, and I've gone to work as much as I can, self-employed, because of my background, I was unemployable. Let's just leave it there, right? 25 years later, I'm still unemployable because of my background. Just leave it there, right? But I've gone to work every day and I felt no resistance because I've paid every single penny of tax. I promise you, if you knew how much tax I paid to your government, it is unbelievable, Hayley, right? Through VAT and everything. But yeah, I know, but a lot more than you, I promise. So only in the limited companies I have, and loved and lost, right? But what I'm saying is, I've gone to work every day and now I'm facing resistance. I'm not resisting you. I'm doing this thing I've done all my God-given life. And when I'm born into this planet, you are given a God-given right, or whatever you want to call it. I don't believe in God. I believe in a universal thing. You're given a universal right. You are, and I am, and Harry is, to be able to earn a living under common law, to not do any harm and pay your bills. To as much as your ability, but you're stopping me from doing that. And the system won't seem to. I know, I'm sorry, it's you, right? That you're here, right? I do but what I'm saying is, it seems to us that nobody will be happy until every shop shut. And I was given a bulletin from the council the other day. Listen to this: if there's two words that give the feeling that's in Swansea city centre at the moment, it is optimism and investment. Do you feel that? That came from the council to me, to my shop. I ripped it up and put it in the bin. Nobody's optimistic and nobody's getting invested in, Hayley.
We don't know what this.
Nobody's looking, that's why. You're following orders. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry that you have to be the brunt of this, right? I'm not challenging you. I love you as a human being, I promise you. I love you as a human being, I don't care. You are human and have the same rights as me, Hayley. You are human and have the same rights as me.
I, as a customer, appreciate the signage, because I have been a culprit of needing
Oh, people come in with masks all the time. It's COVID trust.
No, but I've really gone in somewhere and thought, seen the sign and it's reminded me to put it on. So that's what it's there for.
But do you know what I've had? I've gone into shops and I've been attacked like this with men with masks on. Get your... And I've got videos and I've complained to the co-op about it. But that's not your fault. That's people not knowing the rules. They're following what you're giving them.
They are told, and the guidance is as well.
It's not law. You can't ask somebody to put a mask on. You can't by law. It's against the blinking law, mind.
I know there are disability acts and stuff like that.
But you invented those acts and now you're breaking them all.
I didn't invent all these.
Well, you know, your government, your system did, Hayley.
I'm down here.
No, you, the government. It's not Hayley. I'm not even using your surname, right? I'm just saying the government you're representing today. I'm representing humanity, sadly.
And I'm following all the regulations and the rules at the moment. You know, myself, you know.
Yeah.
That's been part of my job then, is obviously assisting you doing it.
You're like at the mercy of a chatty cobra when you come in my shop, right? I'm a talker.
I'm very conscious.
It's my Asperger's, right? That's who I am. That's why I use it to help myself. No, he hasn't got it. It's a gift. It's a gift. Get him to use it.
But it's different because on a subject he's not interested in.
Same as me. But when I'm interested in something, Hayley, when I'm interested in your immune system. Imagine what my head's like.
Talk to him about aliens. It's like,
oh, get him in here for him to talk about aliens. Send him in here when his back open properly to talk about aliens and zombies. No, honestly, we're different.
What do you do? How many people do you...
Well, look, the other day they had this thing called the Great Opening, didn't they? Apparently.
Oh, yeah,
but I was open anyway, right? I was open anyway, but people came to town looking for shops and didn't realise. But at one point I was like, whoa, too many, so what are you doing? Because normally we might get 3 or 4 through, bump, and they're gone.
But the social distancing. And again...
Look at it.
No. When people come in, so what a lot of premises do is the first person would be queuing here, then and put your 2 metre marker, not the way the door, but right, so you know, and again, I appreciate that, because I will once in a shop and start walking and think, oops, there's my marker, I've gone too close.
Do you need that? Do you need that to live? Oh, what a way to live, man. Oh, flip. Have you ever been to Japan? I have, and they walk on lines. You see,
Yeah.
have you seen how, do you know what's got the highest suicide rate of men on the planet? And you go to Japan and they're made to walk on lines and stop on markers. It's so depressing. I've been there, I was there 2 years ago.
Again, it's just visually to
Yeah, but I don't...
We're all used to it.
But why do we need to be guided into to live a normal life? I've got an internal compass, man. I breathe some crap in my life, right? 47 years on this planet, and I'm all right. I do Ironman. I'm quite a fit man. But I've stopped it recently.
Yeah.
But I've done a few. Yeah, exactly, same as me. Yeah, so I don't do them just for the record for my film later.
Yeah.
I don't do them, but yeah.
Are you not uploading?
I'm filming myself, Hayley. I'm a podcaster, so you know. I'm not saying you're not saying anything that's incriminating you. No, I mean we're just filming. That's all. I've got myself filmed, but I can edit and do what I want on this.
Right, yeah, but I don't want to be uplisted to anything.
Well, your face hasn't been shown. No, well, you're representing the government in my shop, giving me advice. I've got to protect myself, Hayley.
Yeah.
And I tell you one thing, protect you as well, to make sure I'm not shouting and screaming at you. No, it's not on. Your information doesn't appear, Hayley. There's millions of Haleys on the planet. But, you know, I am recording, like I've been recorded, and people, you know, police are beating people up in the streets, Hayley. Beating people up in the streets for not wearing a mask. Did you see that up in England?
I'm just going to give you the advice. So I would put your sign up for some markers. Obviously, click and collect on your CPD.
Yeah, I mean, well, they, you know, so,
Yeah,
well...
and then...
So if someone's in here buying a coffee, they can't add that to their order, is that what you're saying?
Well,
What difference does that make to click and collect if they can buy a takeaway? Reece said that was okay.
He said that was okay.
Yeah, well, we put it in our drinks as well for people if they want it, you know? They buy it, we put it in our drinks.
Part of the...
Yeah, it's part of our menu. We add it, £2. We add a shot if people want it. Or if they don't want it, they have a chocolate. Or if they just want a coffee, they have a normal coffee. You know, I'm not here to promote people using cannabis. I'm just here selling what I sell and doing what I've always done, you know? In fact, doing a lot less than I've always done. Flipping heck. How long is it going to go on for then?
None of us know, do we, unfortunately?
We ought to know. Well, how am I meant to carry on feeding my family? I got 3 children and rent bill. Do you know, I've still got to pay rent here, mine, £500 a month.
Have you?
And on top of rates and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's more, isn't it? So, you know, how do I continue to pay for that?
In terms of allowing people in, I wouldn't have thought you're going to have many people queuing at the same
You don't have queues, you. Honestly, we're not.
No, but that's what I mean. They won't be...
Let me go at the back, keep distance from you, right?
There won't be a need to have 3 or 4... Oh, it's going to finish before. There won't be a need to have 3 or 4 people queuing in there.
No, there never is. I mean, and if they're waiting for a coffee, right, if it's raining or something, there's plenty of space to social distance. And people sit here with their masks on. Some people don't wear them. I know why they don't wear them. It's not my business to tell you, mind.
What I mean at the moment, you're not in a situation where you would normally be having 5 or 6 people waiting for coffee.
Well, no, we never do have that. That's not the nature of the shop.
Yes. Right.
You know, to be honest, Hayley, coffee won't sustain us as a business. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm invested in, really, in the medicinal plant side of it. You might not class it as a medicine, but it works like one. Actually, the mushrooms are classed as medicines, which is interesting. They use turkey tails in cancer treatment in Japan. They remove PSK from it. Yeah, well, I travel out to America, to Oregon, to a farm out there.
Do you bring them into the...
I then ship them through all the correct. I go through firearms licensing, DEFRA. I go through everything. I've got stuff. You've got to, because drugs and firearms come under the same same legislation. So this classed as drugs. You've got to go through them. It's fascinating. So yeah, we've gone through all the protocol and stuff, and we've got more. I talk to customs, you know, every couple of weeks. Sometimes. It's a coffee, huh? Should we do a coffee or hot chocolate or something?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm trying to keep my timing obviously limited.
Yeah. It's strange thing is, though, I never stand in someone's space anyway when I'm talking to them, do you? Have you ever done that?
No, but I would probably be less than 2 meters in the normal
I'm not. See, well, don't talk to me too much. I don't like space invaders. If someone comes within 2 meters, it's a threat, I think. Unless I know them really well, like. But, if you've got to come again next time, bring a baton or something, and we can hand it to each other when we're talking. No one's allowed to talk without the baton in their hand.
I've seen that before. It's a good tool.
It is good. Throw a ball in a talking group. Yeah.
What was it again?
Retweet CBD Limited. Yeah, we have registered, see, for the, you've got to register right at the beginning. My wife's quite meticulous like that.
Yeah, well, what to do? Do you with all the food?
Just telling them that we're doing this. So, I mean, we haven't changed our planning where we can have people sitting in and cooking hot meals. I mean, if I might do that in time, but at the moment it's pointless completely.
Oh.
But, who knows?
59. Did you say it was 8? You weren't sure, were you?
This?
Yeah.
52, isn't it? 52B we are. The internet don't work outside anyway.
Did you say B?
Yeah, B it is. Yeah. 52B. And the market was 49.
Yeah, I got that now, so I double check, but I couldn't find anything. Because we can search in a lot of ways on a database. Say we'll keep the food pretty much completely right now. Okay. If we're killing that, we create your own the database then, so it's fine. What's the best number to reach you on, Adrian?
What's this, Daddy? What's the number for you?
I don't know, sorry. I saw on my
Have a look.
phone.
It's on your phone, is it? Flipping heck. 07557.
Oh, 755.
I don't know my full number. Flipping heck, man. I have enough trying to keep up with the calls I have now.
Do you know what, though? I was thinking the other day.
Can't stand it.
I'm so heavy on mobile. I don't know anybody's number. If I lost my phone and I was stuck somewhere, I wouldn't know what to do.
I wonder what would happen.
Maybe that does, is it?
I say it all the time. I wonder what would happen if the internet went off tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that piece of quiet.
Oh, it'd be interesting.
For a day and then
It'd be interesting to see how the young people that have never been without it all their lives would cope. It'd be scary. All that takes is the electric to go off. No water, nothing. It won't move, would it? Power cut. Boom. Good night, Irene. Is there milk in your hair?
Yeah.
There's coffee. Can you warm it up, Sunday?
Yeah. I warmed up, but it started frothing loads.
Cold.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I'll just bang it in there, just give it a blast in the cup. Hang on, no, get the water first. Get the water. Yeah, it's probably because you're not releasing the water first. That's all. You know that little drip in the bottom, that makes a big difference to the milk seed. Splits it.
Yeah, but it's soft more.
In the morning, yeah, there's more pressure. Oh, flipping out. So, are you in tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Open from 11 then. Same protocol.
It's the type of music you're having to go for a massage.
Always have this type on. 332
About
hertz.
10 minutes and
520, all those different hertz music. It's good for your soul, man. It's good for your vibration.
I get bored after 10.
And women know more than men that vibration's important. Vibration to your body is very important. And I think if you listen to dodgy music and rock, it messes you up. Have you ever seen music played over water? Play stuff like this over water, it creates beautiful patterns. Play rock and it ruins the water. It actually, and when you go under a microscope with it then, molecularly, it's sicker than the water you played the other music over. Ever seen the plants where they say, love to one, hate to the other, and the plant, one dies and one lives? You ever seen those experiments?
No.
Fascinating. They do them in China and Japan and that. Yep. Words kill, man. You be careful how we present them. Oh, hail the mushroom man. Heavy texting. All hail the mushroom man. Let's give this a good flipping scrub and shine, innit? I don't, Daily. No, I don't like it. It actually burnt the skin off my kid's hands, innit, Hella? All flaked back. And the next door neighbour's kid went to a gym to do gymnastics and it burnt his hands off. I was in school, my daughter's, in Pennard Primary School. Literally burnt her hands. She was crying for every night, really, for nearly 2 weeks. It was awful. So we won't... No, I'll wash my hands and stuff, but...
Yeah, no, just for customers.
I mean, if somebody wants to sanitise your hands, like you've got one in your pocket, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know? Do you know my friend's in London, his house caught fire because of it, believe it or not? He was frying something, right? They caught fire. The flame caught the hand sanitizer, new stuff, because it's so highly flammable now. It took his house down, mate. Honestly, his entire house burnt down. Yeah, he was on the windowsill in the kitchen, stupid. But he said he would never have hand sanitizer in his house. But he just happened to have it. Mad, innit? And like, you know, we're not, been diving over each other and licking their face, we don't lick each other's faces and stuff anyway, you know. Yeah, so we don't know, we'll be operating sporadic hours as well. So if you've got my number now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So if you need, just give me a shout and I can make sure I'm here then. Because what I don't want is Harry hijacked again. Love him. He's not here for that. You know, he's working for me.
Yeah.
And I just can't afford to be here every day because we've got the baby and the kids.
Yeah, making sure whoever's in charge has got clear instructions then as to what they can and can't do, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we don't do anything against the law anyway, Hayley. We never have, honestly.
In the current restrictions, if 6 people are in drinking coffee...
I mean, it's not, like I say, that wasn't going on the other day, right? There was 3 people waiting and Harry was trying to make them. Where was... No, Andy actually got arrested, didn't he? Was he in the window?
He was in the window.
He got arrested, but was let out 30 minutes later.
Oh, you said that,
Yeah, that's right. I spoke to him. I got his number. He went and I obviously apologised to him because people were blinking scared, man. And I'm not surprised after speaking to the policewoman. She wasn't... Afterwards, she was quite calm, apparently, but in the beginning, she was quite aggressive to me on the phone anyway. It's mad, man, how you can just be talked to like that. So what's this though? You're documenting what we said, have you?
Roughly, yeah. I'll print off and bring the proper guidance. These are my just initial observations of what little things you can do.
Guidance, innit?
Yeah, well, part of it now is being introduced into the new...
As long as it's introduced as law, then I'm sure, but the thing is with law, it can be contested. See, legislation is being slipped through and paraded as law, which is fascinating to me. Fascinating.
Yeah, well, we've operated on regulations and directives for...
Yeah, no, but we're just waking up to what they were. And then when you start turning those tighter on us, Hayley, come on, you're asking me now. I travel a lot around the world, right? Every time I come back, the government's asking me to pay £1,750 to go into a Best Western hotel.
Oh, when we come back?
You're having a laugh. I'll die on my house, I will, before travelling again. before I come under that tyranny. How dare you ask me to pay that coming back in, government? It's disgusting.
My a friend
Disgusting.
emigrated to New Zealand. They maintained, accepted.
Furthest part from the earth.
They had to pay for
Yellowstone.
£4,000 to isolate when they moved there, but they got there's no COVID there. That one. I think when they get it, they.
COVID certificate of vaccination identification 19, innit? Coronaviruses are very real. They're in every common cold and every flu.
Yeah, well, it is.
COVID is actually an acronym given that umbrellas all gas lung disease. Flipping brain's gone. Pneumonia, flu seems to be come under one umbrella now, which is frightening for me. Not frightening for me. I don't get scared, but for a lot of people. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? There's a lot of places, and the Maldives you can go. Nothing.
I suppose it depends on which way.
Italy, Belgium.
What happened the other day?
I'm with the trading standards now, dude. I'll let you know. Are you working? You still open down there?
Yeah. Just running to the bank at the minute.
Alright, dude. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit now, right? I'm not open today. I'll be back open tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all good.
They've been the same. See, coffee shop, in and out, didn't they? Right from the off. Just wonder if it's because we sell cannabis that they come at us. Most police. Do you know, I actually was offered to advertise in the Policeman's magazine the other day, and I said yes. I'm revoking it now. I am, honestly. 600 quid I was going to pay. I'm revoking it. I said, what, are you sure you want me? They said, well, some of us use it for PTSD. Policemen. So I'm signed in for it, but I'm second and third thoughts about it now. Were you when he came in?
Who?
Policeman. I was like, oh no, I don't want trouble. He's like, no, I want you to advertise in my book. I was like, are you serious? You're a cannabis shop. He's like, yeah. Hypoxia.
Where would they come and get this stuff?
I usually deliver it. I arrange a meeting time. That's between me and my, we just deal with it like that.
Are they coming in for click and collect?
Depends really. They sometimes might pop here to grab it, or usually I'll drop it off. To be honest, I got 2 or 3 to drop off on the way home today, or we post. That's how I operate my business. I can deal as long as I'm not.
Got a lot of numbers coming in for click and collect then, to cause.
I don't know really. I'd have to look at that. I haven't got that to hand. I didn't think you'd need to know. I don't.
No, I don't know numbers. We know, like, you can go to Next and you can have.
Oh, I'm not Next. No.
So they've obviously got measures, but with you, Jenny, it's.
Recently, all I've been doing is coming in and meeting somebody and going home.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing because there's been no one in town.
Lots of people, so literally you can come and grab this stuff and go.
No, I mean, not that it normally, for me, in a normal world, it shouldn't be an issue, should it? But, I mean, it's not an issue for us. If that was an issue, it never has been because we don't get queues of people here. It's not a big enough shop for that.
Is the stuff they're getting already, or have we got to go and get it?
Oh, no, it's all here, look. It's
So
all...
they can come in and it's ready.
And I've got some at my own unit as well where I can go and get and then deliver as well and stuff like that. So
Just trying to check.
but that's just the way we operate, regardless of all this crap I've done. Always done it the same.
What the guidance says is ideally with click and collect, people stay outside.
Thanks for your guidance.
So they wouldn't be coming in, but to keep any entry to a minimum. So you've got
So
facility.
who is the guidance coming from directly? Yeah, who though? What's his name?
I don't know.
She knows, you flipping heck,
No,
man.
probably.
You ought to know these things if it push. So it's unfair on you that you are being told to come and tell me all this stuff without actually being informed on who's saying what and what's where. It's not fair on you, mine. Because I think we're getting a bit more educated than you lot now because we're getting more targeted on one specific aspect of what's going on. And it's difficult for you because people aren't. We're street smart. Beware of a street smart and book smart person because... I hope, look, the thing is we should be... But they ought to be. You're pushing stuff as law. You just, and it's not
There's
like...
no one guidance there, isn't it? This is what
Well, yeah, I mean, I stand in on law as well.
can help you achieve that, isn't it? So, and as you know yourself then, guidance.
Mess my hair, man.
You what?
I'm growing my hair. Normally bald, I see
Yeah, I
it.
haven't been that much.
No, I feel like
Did
it.
you say there was an email?
No, I'll be fine with that. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, the email can be fine on my website anyway. www.re-treat.cbd.co.uk. Yeah, my payment gateway, you can have a look at it. My payment gateway is down at the moment. That's all. And it's all copyrighted and stuff, so you can check that as well. Trading standards were on us, like, and all that stuff. They were on us, like, Billy O.
Right, there you are.
Right, you're going to finish up.
Can I do this to have a read?
Yeah, I don't know. I just leave it there. Just leave it on the table. I'm not being handed anything. I'm not touching it. Oh, I'm not signing anything.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't sign things, Hayley. No, sorry. No.
What was it? Was it Ben, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say no, and that's not disrespectful to you. I just don't sign stuff. And like, as long as I can have stuff in writing, that's what I prefer. And I can refer that to my lawyers as well then, because I am taking legal advice during this time, because I've got to, haven't I, really? Lots of people helping me, actually. It's been lovely. Thank you. Shaz and all those people. X, like Soul X.
Get my bag, that's okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'll put it down and say
What's that?
ventilation, so the...
Well, the door's open. I mean, you can feel it in here, right?
Yeah, no, I know you closed it because I came, but...
I mean, I do keep the door shut most of the time anyway and locked, because at the end of the day, look, we got valuable... This is why we film as well. We got valuable commodities in here, and we got to keep an eye on things. And it's a cannabis shop. We don't want children coming in here. So we try and keep it under 18, as well, over 18, sorry. Unless they're with their parents. They come in here with their parents, and that's fine.
Yeah, well, you've got locked away anyway.
Yeah, but even so, each one of these are 30, 40 quid. We've got these things, and my skulls or my ornaments are worth a lot of money. So, it's like my home from home, really. Part of that's Oregon, that is. Yeah, Southern Oregon.
You have travelled then?
Yeah, well, I live on that farm with the guys. When I can, I go out and live, and I harvest the crop with them and learn about how it's there. Then I go in the laboratories and see how it works with, on the endocannabinoid system, and we watch all that and work with big companies out there and, doctors and scientists. So I know it's not years science. There's like 20,000 white paper in America. It's blasting science out the water. It'll come.
It's like anything that you get.
Well, it's a rediscovery.
Isn't
It's a rediscovery. It was used in 1854 to treat a newborn baby convulsing with this documented, and it was all brushed under the carpet so pharmaceuticals could be made out of petrol, oil. That's a fact. Absolute fact. 1910. J.D. Rockefeller. True. Oh, mine's massive. Trust me, you're talking to the wrong person. Oh, I'd love to have a debate on people on medicine. I love it. Love it. Like, it's so interesting. Sorry, I used to be a preacher, didn't I?
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you, Ailey, right?
I will...
Thank you for being so kind, right? And being human as well, thank you. Yeah.
I might be back in town later in the week. If not,
There we are.
I'll post it out if I can't get you.
Anything antiviral now, right? Any of this stuff. If you need energy, 30% more energy than caffeine. Some of this stuff's got better than coffee.
I don't take anything.
No, good for you. Don't take anything ending with XINE until you know what's in it.
I am taking the price.
Good for you. My father brought me up the same.
Yeah.
I try and follow that line.
But then it's partly
Good, because you've got a good immune system and you eat healthy, probably. Anyway, lovely to meet you. I won't shake your hand. I'll do a virtual handshake.
Right, I'll pop the stuff up and I'll pop by there.
No, you can't have a hug. She's asking for a hug. No, you can't, right?
No. And I'll pop by there to see how.
All right, thank you.
Right, okay.
Take care, Hayley. Bye. I know I talked a lot, folks, but anyway, there we have it. I'm not rolling over, but neither am I, doing anything flipping mad. Like, no, they're not coming to find us. This is it. Everyone's saying they're coming to find you. What for? What can you find us for? Team A, man.
Hey.
Team A, right? So thanks for watching, guys, and I might go live with later or something and chat about it with people if you fancy it, but leave your comments below, share if you want. Like, we're not here to smash these people, boys, right? There's a way to talk to them. I could have been a right muppet then and had police out and still being firm. And I do jump about a bit, I'm sorry. And I am nervous. Of course I am a little bit, a natural man, aren't I? Oh. Anyway, time for a coffee and a little pick-me-up. See you in a bit. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Just thank you for supporting and sharing. Can't say enough. Thank you.